Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Beatles Forever. Today, we're going to talk about the top 5 songs by Paul McCartney as a Beatle. And when the Beatles first got together, John and Paul would get together and write songs. And later, when they started to get busier, it was easier for them to write songs separately and then get together later to go over it. They would then put in suggestions, and that helped them to get the perfect song. Paul McCartney is such a great songwriter and singer that it's not surprising that he can deliver a romantic song, an old-fashioned song, and in this case, a rockin' song with ease. And today we're going to explore 5 songs by Paul McCartney that have that rocking vibe, okay? The first one, going back to the beginnings of the Beatles, is I Saw Her Standing There. According to the Beatles Bible, that's an online website, Paul wrote this song for the album Please Please Me. And it was written in his front parlor with John Lennon. And they had both skipped school for that day. And as Paul would say, as Paul said in this article, sometimes we would just start out a song from scratch. But one of us would nearly always have a germ of an idea, a title, or a rough little thing that they were thinking about, and we'd do it. I Saw Her Standing There was my original. I'd started it and I had the first verse, which therefore gave me the tune, the tempo, and the key. It gave you the subject matter, a lot of the information, and then you had to fill in. It was so written, my idea, and we finished it on that day. And Paul McCartney said that from the Many Years From Now book by Barry Miles. Then he also said from the anthology book that the lyrics were written in an exercise book from the Liverpool Institute. Mike's McCartney book, Remember, includes a photograph of Paul and John working on the song while reading the book and playing guitars. Paul said, "We were learning our skill, and John would like some of my lines and not others, and he liked most of what I did, but there would be sometimes cringe with such lines as she was just 17, she'd never been a beauty queen, and John thought, beauty queen? Ugh. We were thinking of Butlins, so we asked ourselves, what should it be? And we came up with, you know what I mean, which was good because you don't know what I mean is. So this is one of the first songs I remember hearing from the Beatles. I must have been about 5 at the time, and talk about a rocking song. This one grabs the listener right from the start, with Paul starting off 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the band jumps in too, and Ringo keeps the beat going, and the lead guitar jangles, and John is playing right along with George on rhythm guitar, and of course Paul has that bass thumping. The hand claps in the song really work too, and there's nothing wrong with this song. The singing is so original with the screams, and I love how they can climb to those high notes. And when I held her hand in mine, and that mine word floats to the sky, it's a great song. Next, from the great rockin' songs from Paul McCartney, we have Hilter Skelter. Believe it or not, Paul got this idea for a song after he read an article on The Who, and they said that the group came up with a really screaming record. Paul decided to come up with his own screaming record, and the song's inspiration came from a fair ride called Hilter Skelter. Paul started that it was about the song was about the fall of the Roman Empire, but it really was based on a sexual relationship. Paul went to the edge on this song, and he proved to Pete Townsend that he could rock with the best of them. It's interesting that Paul and George played lead guitars on the song, and Paul also played the rhythm guitar. And in this song, John played 6-string bass and sound effects with saxophone, mouthpiece, and piano. And then George played lead and rhythm guitar, slide guitar, and background vocals. And Ringo was on the drums and did a shout. And Mal Evans played trumpet, which I didn't really notice hearing the trumpet in the song, but I guess it was all this other instruments going as loud as could be. I didn't hear it. This song really is the hardest rocking song the Beatles ever recorded. It's a wild ride of a song indeed. The next rocking song from Paul is She Came In Through the Bathroom Window. This song by Paul McCartney is based on a true story. There were some groupies that hung around the Apple Studios and each of the band members' houses, and one night one of the groupies took a ladder from Paul's garden and propped it up to his window, and the groupie ended up in Paul's house and stole a picture of his dad. And they did steal a few things, until Paul started noticing what was going on. Everyone in this song played their usual instruments, but in this one, John Lennon played a 12-string acoustic guitar. This song has a prominent drumming by Ringo, and the song just moves along at a fast rate of speed. It is a great tune. Next on the list is Oh Darling. This song gives a nod to the early sounds of rock and roll and the sounds that the Beatles grew up listening to. John Lennon really wanted to sing this song, thinking it was more his style than Paul's, and John didn't like that. He thought that Paul didn't sing the song as well as he could have himself, and it would have been neat to hear John's version of the song, but Paul did an excellent job on it. And then it's stated that Paul wrote the song in the style of Fats Domino, Charlie Brown, and Slim Harpo. I love 50s rock and roll sound, and Paul gives it a great tribute with this song. The last song on our list is called Get Back. Get Back is a song with sass, and it moves and grooves. John Lennon, never known to be complimentary, stated this song was a better version of Lady Madonna. So he kind of gave him a compliment in one way and zinged him in another. But that's okay. I think every viewer and listener will love this song. Billy Preston played a rollicking piano in the song, and the band played an outstanding as usual, but with a twist. George Harrison plays the rhythmic guitar in the song, and John is playing the lead guitar. This song moves like a locomotive, and it really rocks. Paul knows how to write a melody, and John is playing a fantastic lead guitar. Billy plays the piano with such feeling, and Paul brings his great singing style to make this song go number one in a lot of countries, including the United States, Canada, and Ireland. For those who think Paul is more pop than rock, these songs from the Beatles years would prove them wrong. In later years with Wings, Paul once more creates rock songs that are just as wonderful as he had done in his Beatle years. Paul McCartney's music will always have a fan base, whether it be from his beginnings in the Beatles to his time in Wings, or with his time as a solo artist. Many years from now, he will be listened to and enjoyed. Thank you, Sir Paul, for all your music. We really do appreciate it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and please tune in again very soon. I'll be doing another video in Beatles Forever. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.